Well, hey there, friendships. Welcome back to Curtis's Corner. If you're new here, hi, I'm Curtis. This is my corner. And on today's Film Friday, we are going to review none other than Halloween Kills. So if you are interested to hear my thoughts and let you know my rating on this film, then keep on watching. Halloween Kills, the sequel to the 2018 version of Halloween, which is a sequel in itself to the original 1978 Halloween by the same name, features none other than Jamie Lee Curtis reprising her role once again as Laurie Strode, as well as many other returning legacy characters such as Nurse Marion, Lindsay Wallace, Tommy Doyle. Loomis makes an appearance in this film. Right now, you're probably like, isn't he dead? Yes, the actor in real life is actually dead. And Nick Castle comes back to reprise his role for the third time as Michael Myers, aka The Shape, aka The Evil, aka whatever else he's pretty much gone by. This film, what I was assuming would pick up right away, right from the last film, where if you didn't see the first one, spoiler warning right now, but I was expecting it to pick up right immediately after, Laurie and her daughter Karen and her granddaughter Allison were escaping the whole blazing fire that they set at the end of Halloween. But it doesn't actually start there. It shows some flashback scenes to the 1978 film, recreated for this film, but in the same kind of style and washover of color that they had within the first film ever, which I thought was a great touch. So David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, great job on creating something that looks so wonderful. Same with Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter as well. They were both producers on this film as well, which fantastic. And John Carpenter plus his son, they did the music for the film as well. So I'm thoroughly enjoying what's happening and the creation of this brand new timeline. Because if you don't know, they have erased literally everything in existence from Halloween 2 onwards. So none of it matters. You just need to watch the first one and then immediately go into Halloween 2018. And then this one. So like I said, it does start showing some flashbacks, scenes that were never actually in the film for the original, but were shot just for this film, to kind of show how Michael got into the sanitarium in Halloween 2018. We then jump forward from 1978 to 2018. Which is when the first film was based, which is where this film is taking place as well. It's taking place still within 2018 and not actually 2021. So they're still keeping it as the same night. They do continue it from the night where Michael had gone around and murdered a bunch of people already in this new sequel. And bodies are just being discovered. News is now reporting it. And Laurie, I will say I'm very disappointed in this film for portraying Laurie the way that she was portrayed. I get what they were going for. I understand what they were doing. But it very much came across as Halloween 2 again, where the entire time Laurie is stuck in a hospital, unable to do anything. Her granddaughter Allison is basically the new Laurie. She does a lot more of the action, although there was a good chunk of time where she was just not present in the film either. So I was like, are you actually the new Laurie? But then again, on the other side, her daughter Karen seems to really be the true new Laurie. And I like, with the first one, I couldn't stand her until the very end. I really liked her end arc when she was doing the whole like tricking Michael into being like, I can't shoot you, and then all of a sudden just flips and is just like, gotcha, boom, shoot. This one, she's definitely more of No, I won't say she's more of a badass in this one. She's still kind of the same, but she's more wary because she wants to keep her family now safe because now she's already lost her husband. She doesn't want to lose anybody else. So she gets, we have Allison who goes off with Tommy Doyle, and I think his name is Cameron. I'm bad with some of these new characters' names. I think his name is Cameron, the one that was dressed up as Bonnie for their Bonnie and Clyde costume in the first one. And like his dad, who wasn't part of the original film, but they like made film replica of him encountering Michael Myers as a kid. Lonnie is his name. So Lonnie is this like new character with Tommy Doyle, and they're kind of like creating this giant mob, which I liked the mob mentality, getting everyone together, going after Michael and beating him down, because as it is stated in the film at some point, the sheriff of Haddonfield at this point is like, you know what, we got this, slowly roll, we're gonna get Michael. And Tommy like lashes back being like, no, you don't got this, you had your chance, you failed, so now it's time for the town to have its turn to get rid of this monster. I do wish Laurie had a whole lot more screen time than she actually did. She was definitely put on the back seat of this entire film, whereas Karen got more of the forefront, and then they really also focused a lot on Tommy Doyle, which I did not like his portrayal in this film. He is a very self-centered, big ego, thinking that he can kill Michael by himself. Like, all of that is not the Tommy Doyle that we knew from the original, who was very like scared and nervous and kind of like, I don't want to, do this. Granted, Laurie was too, and she kind of came out to be kind of like this badass woman in the end, but he took it to the next level, and it did not suit this character at all. He was quite irritating. There was a couple in this movie who was just very much just jokes upon jokes upon jokes, and it's just like, they're a gay couple, which is great to see the representation, but at the same time, it's like, both of you are kind of annoying. Actually, one of them was more annoying than the other one, and as soon as I saw him on screen, the first 30 seconds, I'm like, you can die anytime now. It was wonderful to see Nurse Marion come back and reprise her role. It was wonderful to see Lindsay Wallace come back and reprise her role. And there are, in this film, so many deaths. like so many. And definitely very interesting, A, choices of weapons, but B, ways that Michael has killed all of these different people. We have like the type of axe from the firefighters that you see him kind of walk out with on the flaming porch of Laurie's house. You see the saw that he just shoves into someone's face. You see, obviously, him using his knife literally all the time. There's one point, remember in one of the past films, I can't exactly remember which one. It might have been 4. I want to say it's 4. Could have been 2, the original ones, where Michael took a shotgun and we were like, oh, is he going to use it? And then he like stabs the person with the shotgun. He uses a gun in this one, but in a different way. And I loved how he used just like a handgun in this. It was great. All of the weapons he chose, fantastic. Lots and lots of gore, like so much gore. So if you're not like, a lot of it is kind of shadowed, slightly off screen, silhouetted, stuff like that. But there are some where you do see the gore. So if you are a bit squeamish, you might not like it, but it's all in all not too bad. Like, it's not like comparable to Saw or Hostel. Hostel I couldn't even watch. But the gore is there, so if you're not a huge fan of gore, you might not like some of the scenes in this, because this is definitely the most brutal Michael has ever been in any film. So it is living up to the title of kills. Furthermore, the ending of the film, I don't exactly know how I feel about it. I like how it's setting up the next film that's supposed to come out next year, hopefully with no delays. But I don't like how it happened, and there's no explanation to how it happened. It was just kind of all of a sudden, here's the end, here's the twist at the end, and that's it. And it's not even really a twist because you kind of see it coming. So there's that. That's my only real, aside from Laurie not really being in it, qualm. Laurie not being in it a lot is my biggest issue with this film. Otherwise, acting, fantastic. Effects, fantastic. Storyline, could have been a little better, but it's good for what it is. I'm excited to see what they are going to do with Halloween Ends. I know Jason Blum said he would love to keep going on with the franchise and creating more sequels and fleshing out the story and so on and so forth. So if that's the case, maybe it'll be either more Michael stuff and Halloween won't technically end, or maybe it'll just be more anthology type stuff, how John Carpenter originally wanted this whole Halloween series to originally be. But we shall see. We shall see what happens. And yeah, that's basically my entire thoughts on Halloween Kills. So I'm going to rate Halloween Kills an A-. As I said, really well done. I love how Michael looks. I love how brutal he is. There's not a whole lot of jump scares. You might jump here and there. You're going to feel that nervous feeling throughout the movie, especially when the scenes start getting very intense and kind of ominous feeling. But for the most part, you're not really going to jump because you're expecting Michael to come out at a certain point. And when he does, you're like, okay, I kind of knew this was going to happen. Some sounds are going to throw you off and make you jump a little bit, but I think I may have jumped like maybe twice. But I do like more of a story-based and visual scare or nervousness in my horror movies more than actual jump scares. But yeah, so do I think that you should go and see Halloween Kills in the theater? I think you should. I do think it's a well-done movie. I do think that it is worth the money that you're paying. And I think you're going to enjoy yourself watching this film. Especially seeing the original film, certain scenes being shown onto the big screen again. It's just extremely nostalgic, especially for those who actually went to see it in 1978 for the first time. Seeing it again on the big screen nowadays is just going to bring back all those memories and you're going to enjoy it. So that is my review on Halloween Kills. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I put out weekly videos, and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video, because if you don't, how else are you going to know when I post a video? You won't, so do it. I am now going to go out to dinner with a friend who I haven't seen in a couple years, so I'm excited. But I will see you on the next video. Until then, though, goodbye, friendships.